Good morning and welcome to GrainTV. Today's March 6, 2012. I'm Logan Burgess. To my right is Brock Shimano. Brock, it really looks like the grain market's following outside macro forces today. A little bit of a risk-off kind of day. Can you take us through what the grains are watching here as we approach the open?
Yeah, Logan, we did see the market sell off last night. Corn was down over 7, beans down over 3, wheat off 9 to 11. Most of this has been driven by outside influences right now. Gold and oil is also selling off. Big influence there is the dollar index is climbing sharply in the overnight trade and as we head into the day trade today. One of the reasons for the dollar index rising sharply is China's GDP was actually pegged at 7.5% yesterday. Everyone was kind of looking for an 8% figure. First time since 2004 they came in under 8% on their GDP growth. The second area that is driving the dollar index higher is the Greece debt concerns are starting to pop up again. They have some payments to be made on Thursday. Don't know if they're actually going to be able to make those payments to the private bondholders. Something to pay attention to there for the next couple days. And the last item traders will be looking at today is it's Super Tuesday here. As we head towards the November election, today is going to be a big day for the GOP candidates to see who will actually be the front runner after today.
And certainly, Brock, well, it is also March. It's time that the planters are going to start getting rolling here. Yesterday, we saw crop progress come out. Our friends down in Texas are actually 6% planted on their corn crop, so it's that time of year again. Let's turn our focus, though, to the winter wheat crop. As you can see in yesterday's report, the good to excellent ratings are shown in this table here for 3 key states: Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. As you can see that over the last week, we've pulled back a little bit in the good to excellent rating in Kansas and Oklahoma. In Texas, it actually improved a little bit. That was shown in yesterday's report. How does this compare to where we typically see the winter wheat crop at this time of year? Well, we typically see approaching the stage where the wheat's going to be coming out of dormancy. We actually see it decline in condition with respect to how it went in the ground. This year, it's a little bit of a different story. In Kansas, 43% of the crop was rated good to excellent during planting. 36% was rated good to excellent in Oklahoma, and 25% was rated good to excellent in Texas. That was back in October. So you see that we've really picked up some good ground here with respect to the condition of this wheat crop. The rain and the snow that we got over the winter has really been helping that crop out, and it looks to be starting on a really good foot here. What are we looking for out of the next couple days? We'll take a look here. You can see that we're going to get some good precipitation in areas of eastern Texas, eastern Oklahoma, and eastern Kansas through the 15th of March. Kind of the same story looking at here through the 19th. You know, it should really help out this crop. Might weigh on the wheat market a little bit here domestically. We'll certainly keep you posted on that on GrainTV. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll come back to look at some Chicago wheat technical landscape and watch these markets trade live.
I used to have several sites. Now I kind of like the grower's edge. It gives me that cash max. You can tell it which markets you're looking for, and it will tell you what your highest net back is based on the price they're paying at that time and the basis that they're paying. And that's pretty handy because I don't have to go to so many different sites.
Welcome back to GrainTV. The markets are open in Chicago. Let's turn over to FireTip trading software for the live quotes. Looks like corn is down 6.5. Beans are unchanged. Wheat down 12.25 in Chicago. Kansas City wheat off 11.25. Take a look at the dollar index up sharply this morning. Gold and crude oil off sharply this morning.
Yeah, Brock, you know, we did talk a little bit about the fundamentals on the Kansas City wheat crop here before the break. Let's take a quick look at the May delivery contract here for Kansas City wheat. Right here, we're looking at a lot of technical action going on in this chart. Right here in the trade, we're down 11.25 right now at the moment. We're actually traded down and resting right on the 100-day moving average. Look at this 50-day moving average, though, just cruising up here. We're going to have a point of convergence around that $7 area that should provide support to the downside. On top of that, also take a look at this yellow trend line that we've drawn here. That should provide support to the bottom. The highs on that are actually all the way back here on these highs that we printed back in August. So that should provide support to the market. It's going to be important to watch the close here through the rest of the day. If we can close below that $7 level, that could really open up the door for further losses on this contract. If I'm a producer right now, I may be looking to get hedged if we close below that $7. There's a lot weighing on this market right now. A lot of people are very bearish, the wheat market in general. And today, you know, as we've seen, we got a lot of macro factors weighing on that wheat market.
Yeah, one of the biggest things weighing on the wheat market, especially as it pertains to exports, is the dollar index. We've seen a large increase in the dollar index. Basically, a few trade sessions ago, we were down to 78 level. Now we're back again, approaching the 80 level. We're meeting a little bit of resistance with that 50-day moving average, which is the red line here on our chart. So it'll be important to pay attention to. If we close above that 50-day moving average, we will be again approaching that 80 level, which will be near-term resistance at that point.
Certainly. You know, if you're a producer out there and you're going to be out working in the fields today, follow us on Twitter at GrainTV is where you can find us. We'll be tweeting on the wheat market, the dollar index all day long here. I think that wraps up our show here for Tuesday morning. Have a great rest of your day.